What do I think about understudying? I think it is an art form in itself. I genuinely do. I think that in the same aspect that any actor has to prepare for their roles that they are cast in a lead in, it's twice as much work for the understudy to be brought in to do the same.
I think you have to put in a different kind of work understudying because you're observing what the main cast is doing constantly. You're seeing the feedback that they're getting from the director. So it's a balance of, you want to fit into the world seamlessly so that if and when you go on, you don't throw everyone off, but you also want to have your own choices. You want to have your own unique take on the character.
I think every show develops its own energy and spirit and rhythm. And so that's what I try to focus on as an understudy. I'm focusing on what is that energy like. The director and the actors have worked hard to create an experience for the audience. And so I want to make sure I'm recreating that and making sure that the actors are comfortable with something that's familiar and that the audience gets to feel that same experience that the team has created for them.
Understudying has been the single best way for me to figure out how to work on my own. Because you don't get the rehearsal time, you need to have a process to build that character and refine that material by yourself. And that is a skill that I'm able to draw on when I'm working on as an understudy or not.
It's difficult, specifically being a swing, when you're not there from the beginning, or you are, but a lot of times you are called part of the cast, but you're not really. Whether you're not in the dressing room or you're not there on stage learning things, it's a difficult experience, but it's one of those, you learn to get a thick skin and you're underpaid and you're overworked and you hope to be at the right place at the right time to step in and hope you know your stuff.
I think the hardest thing about being an understudy and not having all of that time rehearsing with the cast is finding time for yourself in your living room, in your bedroom, to really just do it full out for yourself, because you don't always have the opportunity to do it with the cast.
There was a ton of working at home, building my own set that I could kind of walk around in my living room and do it on my own or have my husband run lines with me. And every single day I would run the show in my head at least 2 or 3 times just to make sure that I had all the lines. Like, it's a lot of self-work.
A lot more emphasis has been put on the importance of understudies because a lot of people get sick and a lot of people need to fill in. And sometimes it works out, sometimes the show has to stop for a couple days or 2, but usually the understudies will get the job done.
Companies now realize how much more rehearsal they need, how valuable they are, how calling out of a show because of illness is a natural part of being a human being, and so you aren't expected to just fight through whatever malaise you may have.
Even if an understudy never goes on, having that safety net there from the beginning of the process to the end of the process gives you the comfort of knowing that you're never going to have to sacrifice any part of the show if for some reason the understudy goes on.
It's like, hey, you're up, kid, that's showbiz. And it doesn't happen like that so much anymore. You make sure and you guarantee that people are comfortable and confident in what they're doing, and that safety is also considered, as opposed to just throwing someone in and hope they know what they're doing. It's been much better, I think, post-COVID. It's a good change. It's definitely for the better.
I just want to see things continue along this trajectory where understudies are given more opportunities to be utilized throughout the production process. There's so much that you can offer as an understudy, both to the cast and to the person you're understudying. And I want casts and creative teams to feel more comfortable giving understudies opportunities to support the production in every way throughout the rehearsal and production process.
Now, for audience members, I think there's this feeling that if you're seeing a show with an understudy in it, you're not getting the full experience, and nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, understudies and swings don't mean less than. And sometimes having a different person on the stage, that other element on the stage, can energize a show, and you have an opportunity to see something that a lot of other audience members don't get to see.
When an understudy is on, I think it re-energizes the whole cast, and the show feels different and thrilling for everyone, and everyone's on their toes. So it brings new choices, it brings new energy.
I find my groove as an understudy by attending more rehearsals than I need to. Oftentimes I'll start out, the first 2 weeks of rehearsals, I will be there every day.
It's very challenging, and they put in a lot of work and effort and commitment and passion to be there for that performance, for that audience member, to make sure the show went on for them.
There are theaters now who realize that every missed performance, every time they have to shut down a show, is major dollars lost, not to mention the fact that they're losing the goodwill of their patrons.
If change is the only constant, art is the best example. And understudies are a really, really great example of that. If things are changing, that is a really good constant to show you that, hey, this is how change can be constant, but we can capture it through these things. If change is the only constant, art is the best example. And we're always succeeding with it.